Hey gamers, it's Kristin, and I have a get ready with me video for you guys today. I have had so many requests to do, but I mentioned it in a video I think when I hauled these items, which was like months ago, and since then I've had a lot of people request to see a get ready with me with the Charlotte Tilbury pillow chalk products that I had. So I tried to use as much Charlotte Tilbury products as I have. So I'll be using the pillow chalk quad. I'll be using the Pillow Talk blush, Pillow Talk lip liner and lipstick and stuff. And then there are a few other things that weren't Charlotte Tilbury thrown in. And one other Charlotte Tilbury item that I use as eyeliner and stuff. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alrighty, so I already have the Kapari Eye Balm underneath my eyes here. And I also have the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. And I'm using a combination of Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, which I do really like. I would love it by itself, but I ordered the wrong shade. So to make it work, I've been mixing it with the Lancome Tint Idol. They are very similar, I gotta say, very similar. And so I kind of do 2/3 to 1/3, give or take, because of the color. So, and I like to apply this foundation. I've said before, I think every foundation lends itself to a different application method. And with this one, I prefer to use a beauty sponge. This is the Beauty Junkies one. If you guys can see on my eyelids, I'm dealing with the tail end of my cold or whatever I had. So if I'm editing, if it seems like I'm editing, I'm trying to edit out my clearing of my throat. But last night, every once in a while, I'll eat something that doesn't agree with me. And then I end up getting sick. And you can, if you see red splotches on my eyelids, that is broken blood, and underneath my eyes, that's broken blood vessels. That just happens to me. It's all good. So, do not be feared. It happens when I eat meat that's really dry, in case you're curious. Okay, so as I mentioned, I don't have everything Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just going to do as much as I can. So I am using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C2 as my concealer because I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury concealer. I gave serious consideration to buying one, and then it seemed silly when I didn't need a concealer. So, you know. And then again, just like all of my Get Ready With Me videos, this is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. It is absolutely my favorite to blend concealer. You can see that the concealer is really good. Again, I realize it's not Charlotte Tilbury. The point of this really was the Pillow Talk products, but I just thought it would be fun to use as many Charlotte items as I could. But you can see how well it covered up that broken blood vessel down there. It's a really nice, and I think I've heard it compared before to the Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte Shape Tape was way too drying and way too much on my drier under eyes. It did not work for me, so I also haven't purchased yet. I've looked at it, but I haven't purchased yet the Charlotte Tilbury. She has a setting powder, so this is just a little bit of e.l.f. powder. This is the same one I used before. Sorry, in case you didn't watch that. This is the e.l.f. finishing powder in Fair Light and the Moda Brush that I love so much. Alright, so I put on my Hydra powder, my By Terry Hydra powder with the Wayne Goss airbrush, and I also put my bronzer on. I'm using the Found, the top broke off, the Found bronzer, same as I have been, in the shade 50. And then I did my, excuse me, I did my brows with the, clearly I'm not going to edit that part out, did my brows with the It Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil. And then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour primer, some MAC Paint Relay Paint Pot, really to kind of help with the, that's how I do my eyes anyway, but it will really help with the crazy redness that I have in my eyes right now. And then I went over the top of it with a cream colored shade. This happens to be Catrice Frost My Cookies or something. Bring me frosted cake, that's what it is. Frost My Cookies, whatever. So we are going to, as I mentioned, use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Quad. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here in the crease. This is a Tom Ford crease brush. Any crease brush will do. It's just the one that I grabbed. And this, again, you guys, it's funny to me because I feel like the last couple, well, the get ready with me's that you guys have requested lately are just super, super simple and not a ton different from each other. But, excuse me, sorry you guys, I am really sorry about the throat clearing. But I really wanted to give you guys what you're asking for. I mean, what's the point of putting stuff up, and it's stuff I'm happy to do. What's the point of putting stuff up on my channel that you guys don't want? All right. Flat shader brush. This is the MAC 239 into the lightest shade there. And just pat all over the lid. I'm going about 2/3, I would say. Oh, I forgot to zoom you guys in. Sorry, y'all. Okay, there you go. Well, now I have to be really careful that I don't fall out of frame. And then same on the other, but again, I'm going about 2/3. 2/3 of the way in. All right, so I'm taking a Goss 18 brush, so it's kind of similar shape to a MAC 217. And I'm going to the darkest shade. I'm going to like this, and then I'm also going like this. See, like that? And then, I tell you guys, I just can't seem to get it together this week. And then see how I'm like covering 2 birds with 1 stone there by doing that. Killing two, let's not kill any birds. I realize it's a saying, but you know. Oh boy. And then just a little blend, blend, blend. I'll probably end up adding a little bit more of the lid color if I get over the top of it too much. You know what I mean? Like I can tell I've already lost a good chunk of it, but you know. Oops. Close the quad. And the same thing on the side. There are multiple looks you can do with this. It doesn't seem like there is, but there really is. This is just kind of my go-to look with it. I'm not sure what that was. Pause for emphasis. Go-to look with it. So I'm just going to take that lid color and kind of go back over a little bit. Just because I felt like I got a little out of control and lost some of it. Alright, if you watch my lives, you've seen me do this 100 times, but I'm just taking a 217 shaped brush. This is an old Sigma one, and in MAC Blanc type. And just kind of cleaning up the edges where I don't want it to get out, you know, any further. It'll kind of draw my eyes down if I let it get out too far. So that's kind of what I do. And then I clean up the inner corner and just make sure this is blended out nicely up here. Same on the other eye. Just that way it tends to not drag my eye down. Apparently I thought I would get a little in my brow. It's fine. It's totally fine. You know, it's real life over here, y'all. And then it looks like, I feel like I have this eye's a little bit not as blended as the other, so, you know, just a little less blend. Nothing crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon in Bronze Garnet, and I'm going to go on my upper lash line. Just kind of smudge a little bit out there. And using my Sigma E21, looks like this, just get a little smudge. You know, little definition on the eyeball there. That is not my eyeball. That is my lash line. Little definition on my lash line. Seriously, Kristin. Y'all, it's early. I haven't even had a full cup of coffee yet. Alright. Take the same liner beneath my lower lash line. I'm just kind of touching it to my lower lash line. I'm going to take the Sony G Pencil Pro and in that darkest shade in here. And smudge it out with that. Now, I feel like these don't look super connected, so I'm going to try to connect that a little bit. There you go. The last thing I'm going to do is just take the Essence Extreme Lasting waterproof eyeliner in Black Love, and I'm just going to line my upper waterline. Do you guys know I always do that? And then I'm going to toss on some mascara, and we will come back and do cheeks and lips. Alrighty, so I have the blush. I've done my hair. I have the blush in Pillow Talk. Now I have to tell you this. Let's have a little discussion about the blush. This center part is pretty. It's pretty glowy, I think. Even not sure if you can see. That's the center part, and then let me give you a swatch of the blush. And when mixed together, it can get a little extra glowy. So I like to use this sort of a shape of a brush. This is the Bobbi Brown Face Blender. But because I can kind of stick to the outer edge and then it's just pulling a little bit of that inner corner. And it can be pretty potent, so you gotta be careful. So I try to start on the back of my cheeks, and I'm barely touching my cheeks. Because see, it's pretty strong. So this blush I think would work for darker skin tone as well. So I'm going to do the same thing that I always do before I move on to the highlight. Is I'm going to take my Hourglass Dim Light and Wayne Goss number 11 brush and just help to blend that line. There. And then lastly, I'm going to switch brushes here. Boy, I feel like I'm a Wayne Goss ad today. Not really, just the ones I use. Number 10, and I'm going to go right into this. You can see I have that on there. Into the center part and add the highlight. You can do whatever your little heart desires, but that's how I use this blush. All right, so I'm just going to take this one more time because I just want to make sure I'm all nicely blended. And I have the Pillow Talk lip liner here. I love this line of lip liner. I just pulled the lighted mirror closer to me. I love this line of lip liners. I have this one. I have Iconic Nude. I'm on my second one of Iconic Nude. And then I have the one in Pink Venus. I like that one as well. It's a great formula. I would say a similar formula to these is the Milani Color Statement if you're looking for a more drugstore option. And just lining my lips here. I just line my lips. I don't go like outside of that. I just can't. I don't like the feeling. I don't feel like it looks right on me. I don't have the right lips for that. And then I'm going to turn it outside and just fill it in. I have to do this. I just think it makes my lipstick last a little bit longer. And then this is the Pillow Talk. I have several. I think I might still be single digits. No, I think there's one in my purse. I think I have 10 of these lipsticks. But I bought them, like I kind of built up my collection of the lipsticks during the Nordstrom sale when they had like 2 and a lip liner in a package. And this definitely is a matte. I do prefer a little bit of sheen, even with this lip, but I'm just gonna leave it as is for you guys. So there you go. That is my finished Charlotte Tilbury look. Mostly Pillow Talk, some other things added in. Let me go ahead and zoom you in. Okay, so here's the look. I will have everything listed below for you. If you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them below. Let me know if you want another kind of thing like this, what you would like to see. I've done a couple of fairly easy looks in a row, but it's all right. They don't all have to be tricky and hard, right? All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and in everything that you do and say, be beautiful. Bye.